We started with the vaccination with Pfizer, but I think more different vaccinary will come, like AstraZeneca and all this stuff. So that's about it. The most feedback that we get is from Israel, which has covered a lot. So it's a very huge information for us.
Okay, that's great. It. I want to go to the second question, which is about the real estate market.
Okay.
I know I send you some different question, but I want to speak about how do you see what happened in the real estate market in Athens in the past 3 years since you start to work in the center, and what do you think is
okay? Yeah. Yes. Well, I started working in the real estate May 2017. Mostly the interested parties that wanted to invest was some people with money, foreigners, mostly Israelis, and not a lot of people were investing at that time. Some Chinese had already invested. The prices were pretty low, like in Kipseli, the maximum price per square meter, it was like 500 euros per square meter. And the maximum for the good apartments for Pagrati, like the most wanted area in Greece, was like around to 1,110 for the good properties, but average it was 800. Now we have double the price per square meter and more. Mostly the biggest increase started the beginning of 2019, because until then it wasn't so clear that it's speeding up. So then it's not drop down, it's not pause, it's a high heel path for all the investors. The prices went up a lot. Now everybody was waiting from the first lockdown and after that it will be a very frightening a moment for the owners, and a lot of people would sell in any price, or they had probably problems with their own like debts and everything. I would say so. It didn't happen like this, because most of the properties are gathered in big funds, and the properties that are in the market from the individuals, it's very few. So the demand is high, and the properties, the offering properties are a few. So even in Patricia, which is not the easiest and is supposed to be the cheapest market in Athens, in Attica, the average price now, the average asking price is like over 1,000 euro per square meter. So at the moment, it's a pause, I think. People that want to sell, they have a 10 or 20% lower the prices, which are logical, and the others wait. So if you can track the new properties that are coming into the market, like I'm following up every day the properties that are on the market, on the site from individuals in all Attica area, south, west, wherever, it's not more than 15 properties per day. It's not a lot. It's a few. So if price is good, all the realtors are going on this property. Like I had a property, like an example, short example. There was on the net a property, like a 5th floor, 50 square meters, 60,000 euros. The price within 3 days were up to 72, and it was closed like this.
Okay, I
if you
understand.
walk, yes, that's it. That is the status. Of course, there is a lot of problematic situation with people that are losing their jobs. And probably they don't have a lot of money. This way, from now on and then, people will be a little bit skeptical. That's it.
Okay, I know that I ask you other questions, but I see our conversation going to other directions. I want to ask you.
Oh, sorry.
I want to ask you, what is your thought on the area of Patricia or Omonia or this area? What do you think is the future for this area? Because I see a lot of investors, a lot of people who speak with me, see the prices which are very low, and trying to find their investments there. So, what is your thoughts?
The Patricia, I don't think there will be a growth there. Very a big growth. About Ammonia and the areas around, like, are you speaking to me because I don't hear you?
No, I'm just listening.
Okay, sorry. So in the area of Athens, in the center area, Omonia, Platia Vathis, Platia Victoria, Pedionarios, Exarchia. This Exarchia, of course, is always on demand. But these areas, I would say so. I was expecting since 2017 that this will be a growth, because statistically and historical, if you are following the investor behavior in all big cities, the center of every big city had problems. So these areas were most not very attractive areas to live, because a lot of people were crowded, problematic people. But since the prices are lowered and a lot of investments are happening in Omonia, like 5 hotels are the properties have been bought and are reconstructing. So the new found and the new square of Omonia, and of course is always the heart of Athens, is starting a growth. Even that somebody will be expecting that in the beginning of 2020, where COVID started, the prices in Ammonia were still low. Now, I don't have any property that I can propose you that is lower than 100 euros per square meters. And it's over 1,000 if it's a good property. Even Greeks. I was talking with a guy that is on the hotel estimations and the investing in hotels and everything. He told me, if I want to share it with you, that this will be the new city of Athens. It will be the area that will grow in the next 5 years, is if everything goes well. So yes, it's expected to grow these areas. But Patricia, it's a big area. So I would until Platia Amerikis, where it's the borders with Ixelli. It's an area that is going to grow, but
okay,
then
great.
it's not an investing area.
Okay.
For me.
Before we finish, because as I told you, it's going to be a short.
10 minutes, yes.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for Israeli investors come to Athens? And I don't know, something that you saw in the past few years, something that we as a foreigner must to consider or think or.
I think always sometimes the investors are price hunters. I would say so. Sometimes you have to evaluate the area, the building, in order to have not only the price, because if there is a potentiality in the area and you are going to invest in a property that it's more expensive than the average one, maybe it be turned into a very good investment in the long run without problems or investing for renewing stuff. You have to invest in the whole property. The whole property is building the area. If like in Patricia, there are streets in Patricia. It is very nice, very good feeling. So it has a combination. I think you have to put everything into consideration, all this.
Okay, not only the price.
Not only the price. I think sometimes maybe it's worth to spend some